Hey guys! If you have been following my YouTube prior to this video, you probably know that I started my channel as an outlet for my music, although I wasn't particularly active, I would say. But now that I am in my last year of university, I thought I would make some of the videos that I've always wanted to make, such as
lifestyle videos, beauty videos, vlogs, and of course, more music videos. So
without further ado, let's get started. So a question I get asked a lot in the past year from both family and friends alike is, how the heck did you clear up your skin? Because if you knew me about a year ago, I had severe acne all across my face. As a matter of fact, I am going to put a picture right here of what I looked like before. Moment of silence for me. But yeah, so before I jump into the tips, I am going to give you a little bit of context as to how my skin got to the point it was a year and a half ago. Back in high school, I did have acne, but it was nowhere near as bad as what you just saw. It was mainly just spots here and there, nothing too bad, completely manageable. But in college, that is when everything started going downhill. I moved to a different state for university and my skin was not getting used to the climate change. But on top of that, I was very stressed from school. My sleeping schedule was completely whack and I was binge eating junk food day in, day out. My skin took a huge hit and I was breaking out like crazy by the end of my freshman year of college. And then halfway through my sophomore year of college, I decided I wanted to try this new line of skincare products. And it broke me out like crazy. At this point, I don't even remember what the name of the brand was because I tried so hard just erasing that experience from my memory. Moral of the story, if you can, please get a trial size or sample size of the product before you go and buy an entire line or the full size product, because like me, you could potentially break out horribly from it and then have spent a lot of money on it. But because I was breaking out so badly from that line of products, I started freaking out and I started popping all the pimples that came up on my face, which ultimately made things worse. And at one point I had band-aids covering my entire face before I went to sleep because I was afraid of it bleeding overnight. And at one point even my mom said, enough is enough and you should go see a dermatologist or esthetician. And that's exactly what I did. I went out to San Francisco and booked myself an appointment with an esthetician, and she was absolutely wonderful, very knowledgeable and sweet. She actually shared 3 tips with me on the very first day I met with her, which are some things I'm going to share with you right now. So the first tip that she shared with me was to cut out dairy, processed foods, and sugar from my diet. I know. That was my first reaction too. At the time, I was still binge eating chips and I was working at a boba shop, so I was drinking that at least once every single day. So making that lifestyle change was incredibly hard for me, but it was worth getting better skin, I promise. And something else that I noticed is that after I got my skin under control and balanced, that I could go back to those foods now and my skin would not break out nearly as much as it did when I was still going through severe acne. So I could still drink a glass of milk now or have boba and not worry about it. The second tip she shared with me was to ice my face for about 5 to 6 minutes every night. And what I did was I would literally take a stick of frozen yogurt from the freezer. I would wrap some paper towels around it and then just shove it against my face and keep it there for about 6 minutes every night. And the coolness of that really helped to combat the inflammation that was going on my face. The third thing that my esthetician shared with me was to cleanse my face for at least 3 full minutes before rinsing every day. And that just ensures that we wash all the makeup, all the dirt, all the grease that has built up throughout the day from our faces. And something that I found very helpful was actually timing myself while washing my face, because often I find that I'm really bad at gauging how much time I've spent washing my face. It feels like I've been there for at least 5 minutes, but in reality it's only been 1. So try going home and timing yourself tonight and see how it feels. So just for full transparency, I did have blue light therapy and microdermabrasion treatments while I was at my esthetician's office. If you guys want a separate video detailing those treatments and maybe even going to my esthetician's office for a quick view, I would be more than happy to make that. Just let me know in the comments. But for today, I'm going to be focusing on the products that help me get to where I am that you can also find online. So the first product that was recommended to me by my esthetician is the Face Reality Ultra Gentle Cleanser. I'll typically use this both mornings and evenings, and of course I will make sure I cleanse for at least 3 minutes before rinsing, and it's made with all natural organic ingredients and is very gentle and non-irritative to the skin. Lately, I've also been trying out the Aveeno foaming cleanser, and I found that this is just as gentle and a pretty good dupe of the other cleanser that I found and much easier to access and buy. Now, the next step, and possibly the most important step, is my Face Reality Benzoyl Peroxide Acne Med. And essentially what the benzoyl peroxide does is it kills the bacteria underneath the skin, which is often the root of many of our problems for acne. And my cat is in the video. Hi, Riso. How are you doing? Nowadays, I just typically spot treat wherever needed, but when I have more severe acne, I would spread it across my entire face. And with this medication, you have to wait at least 10 minutes before putting on your moisturizer. It doesn't matter for morning or evening, but if you are using it in the mornings, make sure that you put on sunscreen afterwards because it will make your skin extra sensitive and extra dry. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure if this specific product is sold to the public. I did buy my tube directly from my esthetician, and I will try my best to find a link for it, but if not, I am fairly certain there are other benzoyl peroxide products out in the market that you can easily purchase. So as I mentioned earlier, the benzoyl peroxide cream does dry out your face a lot, but I found that the Belif True Cream Aquabomb has been really good in combating the dryness. And this is just a fair warning, but at one point when I was using the Acne Med, I found that my face looked like snake skin because of how much it was peeling from the dryness. But I did find that the Belif Aquabomb did a very good job in locking in the moisture and keeping my face hydrated after the fact. Some other general tips to keep in mind are to wash your pillowcases as often as you can, preferably once a week or whenever you do laundry. I like to keep a couple of sets of pillowcases at home so I can just rotate through them as well and prevent bacteria from building up on my pillowcases when I sleep. Also remember to not touch your face for any reason if you can help it. I know you've probably heard that from anyone before, but it is some solid advice, and do yourself a favor and don't touch your face. Also, if you are a makeup user like I am, I have never found a foundation that is kinder to my skin than the Glominerals Pressed Base Mineral Foundation. This was also recommended to me by my esthetician, and it is a super light, super breathable, and buildable foundation that actually covers all of my acne and all of my acne scars and did not break me out. So I will link this in the description box below as well if you are interested in checking this out. So that's all I have for today. I just want to put it out there that I myself am by no means a skincare professional. You should always do your own research before applying these tricks and tips that other people have used to clear up their skin, but I do hope that these things will set you off to a good start. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys soon in another lifestyle or music video. Bye!